and from there, I had another job also as a network administrator in another organization, and it was through my CCNP because they needed someone with CCNP for that role. So I applied and I got that job. So it's more on, not just stay at one level. You need to keep on, improving yourself. You need to keep on, updating yourself with the relevant in terms of, it depends also where, in terms of the aspects where you are passionate about technology, because someone might be passionate in cybersecurity, someone might be passionate, the area person might want to specialize in might be in networking. So it's good for you to find out what area, what aspect of the IT or technology that you really want to develop, you want to specialize in, and then you develop in that, you have that career development in that aspect. But you need to keep moving, you just need to keep moving, you need to keep reading, you need to keep upskilling. And you need to, in the industry, you need to also look at the different certifications, and you grow, you take those certifications just to be able to enhance in terms of your employability skill and in terms of opportunities, and not just concentrating on just the certification. Also, you need to master. You need to really know what you're doing in terms of the hands-on. The hands-on is key. That is what will differentiate you in terms of in the industry. When you are employed, that is what will differentiate you. So, thanks.
Interesting. Thank you so much. I hope you're taking notes. You need to discover, and you need to be hands-on. You need to be top of the game in whatever passion or whatever field that you're looking to pursue. Thank you so much, Imo. That was really, really insightful. So back to Habi. Hi, Habi. I'd really love you to talk about starting small. Is it okay? I know, so for some people, they may be like, oh, I don't want to take any internship role. I just want to get a full-time job because I'm so proud of the things that I can do. I'm very confident. I'd like you to talk to her people and tell them talk about starting small, especially as a cybersecurity expert, how important it is to embrace the little beginnings and grow from there.
Okay, so thank you very much. Talking about starting a full-time career, something I really love to tell people is to start visioning early. Something I really did before I even got into before I started working at Cisco in my 4th year at the university, was that I already envisioned where I wanted to be. So I'd envisioned that, okay, 10 years in my career, I would be working at Cisco as a consultant. And the funny thing is that immediately I finished the university or I graduated, I got a job at Cisco as a consultant. So it was like my 10-year goal. I was able to achieve that in the space of 1 year. And the only different thing was the fact that I was already able to envision. So I knew where I wanted to go. I had started looking out for opportunities that pointed me in that direction. I started interning at a network company as a Cisco certified engineer. I'd already gotten my CCNA certification. I already knew the kind of job I wanted to have. I already knew that I couldn't stay in one place working for one network infrastructure for a long time. I wanted to engage with so many different customers. So that was what really propelled me to be where I wanted to go. So the first thing in starting small is envisioning where you really, really want to go. Who do you want to be? The other thing about this whole cybersecurity engagement is that, or let me say the true reality is that most of you might actually not stay in this track as cybersecurity expert. And it's totally fine if you find your interest in somewhere else that's different. Nobody says it has to be cybersecurity. So something I would love people to learn is to embrace change. It doesn't really have to be A, B, C, D. In fact, if you see the graph of growth, it's not straight like this. It's scattered, then you come back, you go up and all of that. So open your mind, embrace change, embrace the fact that things will not always go your way, and be strictly committed to learning, like Imo has said. Learning is a lifelong process for me. Dr. Fene said that he would read books every single day. Dr. Ujam said, Dr. Chukwuemeka said that, he was always taking certifications. Open your mind to learning. Accept the fact that you can't really add value to anywhere if you don't engage in lifelong learning. That's how you would be able to grow. So those are the three things for me. And then something that every other person said was networking. And I have a theoretical aspect towards, not a theoretical, practical aspect towards networking. Do you know that you actually don't have to network with everybody? That's the whole point where visioning comes into place. Like, for example, now we're having this cybersecurity webinar. Obviously, you should be able to see that, okay, there are people here that you want to speak to. I'm in networking. Do I really have experience in cybersecurity? I'm not that much of a cybersecurity expert. Then you know who exactly you want to go to network with, and maybe ask Dr. Fene here, who is already in the Forbes Technology Council, and then ask him for insights. So that's my own take on networking, is that you actually don't need to see people by their roles, or maybe because someone is a CEO or because he's well established in this part that he would have your time. My own take on networking is that networking and building relationships is actually one of the fastest ways to propel you to your next stage in your career journey. Most of the people, they keep on saying that, okay, you could take the traditional aspect of getting here, working here for years, waiting till you get promoted or jumping. But I feel like if you're able to make genuine connections and relationships with people in such a way that it's a trusted bond between both of you, then you don't necessarily have to wait that long or go that long route. Like Dr. Fene also said, he mentioned the fact that, okay, I think that skipped my mind already. But then you actually do not have to network with every single person. And I see that someone said that he disagreed, but actually that's the truth about networking. Go to your place, go to a conference, meet people, open your mind, learn about these people before you even start engaging with them. When I was privileged to go to Las Vegas, I taught on the concept of this at Cisco Live Las Vegas this year, and it's on my LinkedIn profile. You can go there. I talked about building relationship. They call it sponsorship now, and how these people have actually been able to help me get to the next stage in my career. So I would like you to put that in mind: networking, visioning, and then being open-minded to change and lifelong learning. So that's it for me.
Super amazing. Thank you so much. If I were you, I would go on LinkedIn. I'll go and search for, I'll look at the guest speakers. I'll go and search for them. Then I'll send a connection request to them. Look out for the posts that they make. Even on your Telegram group, you're in the same group with lots of other people that are into cybersecurity. Maybe your next co-founder is on the group, but if you keep quiet, you might not actually meet them. So yeah, thank you so much for touching bases on networking. Thank you for talking about starting small. So that is super amazing. Dr. Fennell, I'll be asking you my next question. I'd like you to share what words of encouragement, advice that you have for our graduates as they are going into the job market.
Okay. So the first thing I would say is there are jobs. Okay. And you need to believe there are jobs. You need to believe there are jobs. The thinking that we are all scrambling for this very few number would affect your mindset. And so by the time you even send an application, you are already waiting for the rejection email. I'm actually talking from experience. And so when the rejection email comes, you're like, anyway, I mean, I said I was never going to get it. So you move on. And so you just create that negative energy. So first thing is to understand that there are jobs. And I also think that because of the way cybersecurity is, you could actually do multiple things. And like you said, to sort of open everybody's minds to different possibilities. So I'm on the board of, I'm on the, I provide cybersecurity advisory on the board of 2 big companies in Africa. I lead a cybersecurity company, not the cybersecurity, I lead the cybersecurity function for a company in the UK. I also do lecturing for the Gonzaga University in Washington. I do cybersecurity mentoring, for people who I also mentor. So the possibilities are endless. I also partner with some solution providers to deploy solutions to organizations. That's also entrepreneurial. So you could almost create 10 different streams of income from what we are saying here. So I also want us to be careful not to just narrow our minds down to applying for jobs, because the opportunities are just beyond, oh, I need to apply and then get something. I think that generally everyone is thinking about the analyst role, which is sort of where you could start from and things like that. So that's fine. But as you begin to do your research, you will begin to find out that there was a time where the hottest jobs were penetration testers, pen testers. Everybody was looking for pen testers. Then we are moving to a time where people are beginning to look for security engineers. Now, in the West and in some places now, it's really architecture, security architecture, because now people are just trying to get it right from the beginning, okay? And then GRC is coming in. So there are opportunities. I think that there are different ways to find the opportunities. LinkedIn, I think, is one of your biggest ways to find it. I see people are connecting from different parts of the world. So I would say LinkedIn, just because I think that that's something everyone here can understand. If I start talking about different job sites in different countries, if you talk of CV library, only people in London understand what you're talking about, or in the UK. And so, but I think because I also have had the privilege of mentoring some people. Actually, one of the people we mentored last year, the guy was a plumber, right? He was a plumber, hands-on plumber. Now he's into security engineering. And how did he get his job? So one of the things, and I think people like, Honorable and Imo, a lot of the senior people, they do it. When you get job openings that you feel are not too, it's not something that concerns you, you pass it on to other people. Sometimes you follow me on my LinkedIn, I have it hashtag pass it on. I just paste things that, opportunities that I get, I just paste it. And so some people who follow me end up applying. I know people who have gotten jobs like that in Dubai, in London, just like that. Also, there are, you cannot overemphasize what Abby said, and I think Honorable also mentioned it around just networking. And I agree with her that you cannot network with everybody. Otherwise, you're just going to end up not having a clear direction of exactly the kind of network you're trying to build. I also have seen people who have gotten jobs, yes, directly from application. Too, I think it's important to have senior people review your CVs. Sometimes you are telling your story so much from your perspective that you are missing the key points of exactly what is being looked out for. 3, I also think that, yes, networking events help. I have seen people who have just, been able to. So I belong to certain groups, especially with the CISOs in Nigeria, and I think in Kenya, where people just post, sometimes they just post a vacancy, and then because you have someone at the back of your mind, you just ask, oh, here's the CV. So just your name being around certain people does help, to be honest. That cannot be overemphasized. And yes, also in addition to Imo, what Imo said, you cannot rule out the technical skill. Okay, we were at GSEC. So GSEC is like one of the biggest security conference. I think it is the biggest cybersecurity conference in the world. It holds in Dubai, almost like GTEx, is the security of the GTEx. It holds every March. And some people from a university were doing a hackathon, and the finals was at the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. And the 7 of them were actually doing something very innovative. I can't remember the details, but before they even got to finish exactly what they were presenting, they all, Microsoft, Amazon, they were scrambling for these guys. It was like it was like an auction for people. I have never seen anything like that. And they were scrambling for these guys because what they were doing with their technical skill were just unbelievable. And they hadn't, they were fresh guys from college. So yes, you cannot overestimate or underestimate the power of the technical skill. It will separate you at some point. So that's what I would say.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll be circling back to Dr. Chukwuemeka. So Dr. Chukwuemeka, I'd like you to talk on mentorship in the cybersecurity space. Actually, I have like 2 questions for you in one, because we are going to be moving fast. from this session. I'd like you to talk on mentorship in the cybersecurity space, and also I'd like you as well to give advice and words of encouragement to our graduates as they move on from this phase and go into the job market.
Okay, so if I get it right, mentorship and then words of advice. Mentorship, I will still go back to what I said before. Don't be scared of falling or failing. It will always be there, but do not stop trying. You must continuously try. Keep hitting that, knocking on that door. One will certainly open. In fact, there will be a time that many will open at the same time. Just continue. You see, with anything technology, your hands have to be dirty. So you can't afford to be rusty. Continuously read. Any opportunity you have to get your hands on physical equipment, because you see, you have to have an understanding in your brain of how things are joined together before you understand how to break those things. So, from a practical standpoint, if you have that opportunity, it's worth more than gold. I alluded to networks. Those are important. Keep trying. I've seen in the Q&A chats, even remote working. I mean, the world is a global village, as they say. So there are opportunities. Of course, there are restrictions in certain countries. And when you go into the realms of cybersecurity, you know that certain countries want to protect their data. So, and because of the laws that exist in certain regions, the GDP, the NDP, you may not be able to, you may not be allowed to access data remotely. But there are other, entry-level security architecture jobs that you can go in remotely. Some people don't want to go through the pain of sponsoring visas, but the opportunities out there. I think Dr. Fern said it, that there are jobs. So just the only thing is, are you willing to burn the midnight oil to stay awake, to start applying, searching the internet, trawling everywhere? There are jobs. The opportunities abound. You see, with the introduction of AI, people are scared that jobs will be lost. It's not true. It would just create a new vista of jobs, new vista of opportunities. So, please do not give up. You've spent time, resources, educating yourself to this level. Utilize it. It's exciting. Yes, some of you, as my other panelists said, may fall by the wayside and find something else to do. That's life. But you've gained a skill that is quite an exciting one. So please do not give up. Do not give up. I can't overemphasize it. Don't be despondent. There are times you would have weeks of rejection letters, but it does not say that you are not worth, you're not a valuable individual. You are valuable, just that the right opportunity has not come. So just continue. Now, what you should learn from every rejection is, why was I rejected? Did I write my resume the right way? Did I tailor my resume to what they're asking for? If there was a certain skill set they wanted, did I have it? If I don't have it, okay, let me go and improve myself. I did say to you, I spoke about the de-emphasis of degrees. I can see some people debating about degrees. Degrees are valuable. As I said, I have a PhD in biometrics and IT security, and it's just because of my passion in that whole space. And of course, I kid you not, when I say to people, well, as far back as 2004, I had my PhD in biometrics, people turn and say, okay, so it is a head turner. It also helps open the door. Don't give up. Just don't give up. That's all I can say to you. I've forgotten the next thing. You said mentor and advice. I think I've wrapped.
Yeah, encouragement and words of advice.
Yeah, I think I've wrapped the two in one. Never give up. It's the people who are at the pinnacle of their careers started from where you are today, and they have the same brain, one brain that you have. All it is that somebody applied himself or herself a bit more. And of course, we won't negate the God factor, the fact that, yes, there could be a good wind in the sail for you, and it becomes a fairy tale. But you have to be prepared. So for instance, somebody trying to connect to me, I may have an opportunity and just a discussion with you, I can tell he or she you're ready or not. And, you must be ready for that. I don't know if you know the theory of the elevator pitch. You get into the lift and you've seen somebody you've been desperate to meet. You have a few seconds to sell yourself to that individual before that individual gets to the floor he or she is going to. So you need to be ready at all times. That's what I can say. And yeah, CCNA is, since I'm a CCIE, Cisco Certified Network Administrator. That's the entry-level examination. Then CCNP is the network professional. Then CCIE is the internet expert, which I am.
Wow, amazing. I'm clapping. I'm clapping. Amazing. All our panelists are hot. The quality of panelists that we have is super, super amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Chukwemeka. Thank you, Imo. Thank you, Happy. Thank you, Dr. Fene. Thank you. Even I'm not a cybersecurity person, but I've learned a lot of things. I even have my notepad beside me to take notes that I'm going to be visiting, even probably curating an article on it, and probably tagging you as well, because you've all given very, very amazing advice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you all learned one or two, no, more than one, in fact, 10 to 20, 100 things as well from this panel. So thank you. We're moving on to the next thing on the agenda, which is deep dive into the bootcamp and joining the alumni. So I'm going to be giving a brief overview of what that is. So the bootcamp is a 30-day challenge or event where we train you on soft skills, how to get ready for the job market. And we also train you on how to, prepare your career document, CV, cover letter, and everything that you need to know. We're also going to be bringing in experts who are hands-on in these things to train you. So there was a part in the email where we asked if you are interested. So if you are, please, if you're interested, because it's very hands-on and we need your dedication, we need your commitment for the 30 days. We have a whole program planned out for these 30 days. There is tasks for every single day, such that at the end of the day, you definitely will not be the person that enters, it's not the person that starts the bootcamp that is inside the bootcamp. You'll be a lot more confident. The last bootcamp that we had, we even have people from the bootcamp come together to start a marketing agency. So it's that hands-on. So that's all about the bootcamp. And the alumni, we are going to be, I see a lot of you asking on the group about the link to join the alumni. Please be patient. We are going to send you an email with the alumni opt-in form for you to join the alumni. There's no going back. Since you're a graduate, you're definitely going to be joining the alumni. And the alumni community is where you get to meet fellow tech talents. And now is where we have people who have completed 2 or more courses. So we have people from in marketing, in data, in design, in software development, in product management, and then you in cybersecurity. The fun part is that you have our very first set of cybersecurity talent. So you are special to us. You are our baby at I4G, and we'll take very good care of you. So in there, we share job opportunities. We also have, like today, for instance, now we'll be having webinars where we bring in experts to come and speak with you on the job market, on managing stress. You also get to meet the I4G team as well, right? So there was a whole lot of events for you mapped out in the alumni community. So that's that about that. So for Spotlight, I'm going to be shouting how to, shout out to everybody. The fact that you even made it up to the last stage is a big, big win for you. But special shout out to people who are quick to jump in to provide solutions to their fellow learners. We see you, we love you. And so our volunteers, thank you so much for being very hands-on. Again, because our program managers are not like cybersecurity persons, so we rely on you that are taking the course to be very proactive. And a lot of you were during the program. We recognize you, we love you so much, and we are very appreciative of these things that you do. So very, very quickly, we are going to be graduating. So this is where it gets really, really fun. So I'm going to be sending a GetDP link to the chats now. So I'm going to be using that link to, like we've learned today, next, even I myself, I feel like I'm going to be creating an article on LinkedIn. So you're going to, so there's like, let me give you a pro tip. Once I send this link now, use it to create I just graduated from the 2023 Cybersecurity Scholarship, then create an article from the things that you learned during this graduation event, pick key things from what our panelists said, tag them as well. Who knows, if you get a repost from Dr. Fene or Dr. Chukwemeka or Imo or even Abby, you don't know how far that can go in your career. You don't know how many connections you get from there, right? So make sure you do that, and that is one way to start, getting the word out there, telling people that, oh hi, I'm not a cybersecurity person, and watch out for me in this space. So that's like a way to start positioning yourself as a thought leader in the industry. So so in like 3, 2, 1, I'm going to share the chat. Okay. All right. 4 minutes.
So while Dolapo is trying to find the link to share, I can see some messages about whether or not the bootcamp is physical. No, it's not. Everything is going to happen online. Yes, it's virtual, and it's open to everybody that has graduated, but we don't want to force anybody in because we want maximum cooperation. We want you to know that I signed up to do this and I must finish the 1-month program. So I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you so much, Fauzi. Thank you. Yes, so that explains it. That answers your questions. I just sent the link to the group. So use it, and I would have loved also, I don't know if you can have some, bye-bye music or anything would have loved to do shares and all of these things, but we didn't prepare for that. All right, so Fauzi, can you give us some, do you have songs for us? So thank you, guys. We don't mind, you will love that actually. Oh yeah, no, give us. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much to our panelists. Thank you. We love you. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Thank you for sharing, amazing tips that I'm not going to forget in a rush. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, as well. All right. Happy graduation, everybody. Cybersecurity people. We love you. All right. Bye, Abby. Bye, everyone. Bye. Can listen to our music while you wait, though. Give us shout out too. Don't forget to tag us Ingressive for Good as you make your post as well. Ooh, yay! For the champion, for the champion.
Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? Make the way for me. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Champion. Champion, stand up. Champion, champion, stand up. Stand up. Champion, champion, stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. Pick myself back up.